So how do we find the percent compositions of magnesium, carbon, and oxygen in magnesium oxalate? Well, my friend, you come to the right place. First, we're going to find the total mass, then we're going to find those percentages. I have a nice little table to help us out. Bam, so the first thing we're going to do is write down the elements we see. So we have magnesium, we got carbon, and oxygen. Next is then to identify the number of atoms of each, and that's where the subscripts come into play. Now, if you don't have a subscript at the bottom of the element, just put in a 1. So there's magnesium, there's 1, carbon 2, oxygen 4. Then we're going to take those number of atoms and then multiply it by the mass of each particular element. So we go to the periodic table for this. Magnesium is 24.31, oxygen is 12.01. What? That's carbon. Carbon is 12.01. Oxygen 16. I knew something sounded wrong. So we're going to write those masses on down, right? So this is 24.31 for magnesium. Carbon is going to be 12.01, and oxygen is going to be 16. Okay. Then we're simply going to multiply this row on a cross to find the total mass of the element. So the total mass of magnesium in the compound is 24.31. Total mass of carbon here is going to be 24.02. And the total mass of oxygen is going to be 64. Let me make that a little better. 64. Then, to find the total mass of the entire compound, you literally simply just add up this column. All right, so that's going to be 112.33. And there you have it, right? That's the total mass of the entire compound. That's the total mass of magnesium oxalate. That's what we need to find first before we find those percentages. So now what I'm going to do is add a column, and now we're going to find those percents. Bam, so to find the mass percent of the percent composition of, let's say, magnesium, we're going to take the total mass of magnesium, 24.31, and then we're going to divide it by the total mass of the compound, hence why we had to do that first, and then multiply it by 100. This is a simple percent calculation. Part, I'm not even sure what number that is, 100, there you go. Part over whole times 100, that is a percent, okay? And when we do that, it just works out to be 21.6464%. So that's the percent of magnesium. Next is going to be for carbon, so we're going to take the total amount of carbon, so we're only looking at this column, 24.02. The table helps us create structure, which makes it easy to understand, I think. Well, hopefully. You'll be the judge of that, right? And then we're going to do the math on out, so this works out to be 21.38%. And then last but not least, we got oxygen. So we're going to do the 64 over then the 112.33. Don't worry about the zeros. Who cares about the sig figs? And then it's going to be 56.97. All right? And that's the percent then of oxygen. And what should happen, hopefully, is that when you add these together, you get about 100%. All right? Not about, I mean, if you added the exact numbers, right? It should be exactly 100%. But sometimes when you round, it might be off by, let's say, 100th or something, but don't worry. But that's what I want for you on your next test, 100. Check out our channel. We got thousands of solved questions out there for you. We really do truly want to help you succeed. All right? And we keep producing content every single day to help you try to get there. All right? Thanks so very much. Like and subscribe maybe if you'd like to help us out. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care.